If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, hit subscribe button and click on the bell icon. As coronavirus spreads around the globe, most of us are experiencing lockdown and practicing social distancing. Whenever such outbreak happens, lockdown, social distancing and hygiene measures greatly helps to slow down further spread of disease. In this video we'll see how a man with right mindset changed the world during one of the worst outbreaks faced by mankind. It is really inspiring to know that these theories can be achieved, even in periods of such worst outbreak. When the Great Plague of London or bubonic plague ravaged through the British city beginning in 1665, Sir Isaac Newton, in his early 20s, was a student at Trinity College, Cambridge. During this outbreak, Cambridge sent their students to home to continue their studies. Isaac Newton retreated to his family farm of Woolsthorpe Manor, some 60 miles northwest of Cambridge. Along with being located a safe distance from the carriers of the horrific disease that was wiping out the population of the city, Woolsthorpe provided the sort of quiet, serene environment that allowed a mind like Newton's to reach farthest of the imagination. These were periods of intellectual endeavor at Woolsthorpe. Newton had the time and space to develop his theories on calculus, optics and the laws of motion and gravity. Let's see how Sir Isaac Newton changed the world while in quarantine during the plague. Helped develop calculus. He worked on mathematical problems that had been contemplating at Cambridge. The issue at hand was determining universal equations involving fluctuating quantities, an issue that had been tackled, on a limited scale, by the French mathematicians René Descartes and Pierre de Fermat. By the end of 1666, Newton had effectively solved this problem with a series of papers on the rules of fluxions, now known as calculus. Analyzed color, light in the spectrum. The next time you look up at a rainbow in the sky, you can thank Newton for helping us first understand and identify its 7 colors. Before Newton, scientists primarily adhered to ancient theories on color, who believed that all colors on the spectrum was a mix of dark and white light. Newton disagreed and conducted an experiment in which he drilled a tiny hole in the shutter of his bedroom window, intercepted the ensuing light beam with a prism, and then placed a second prism in the path of those refracted beams. The resulting panorama allowed Newton to calculate the angle of each refracted color. More importantly, it revealed the stream of colors as unchanged, proof that colors were not modifications of white light, but that white light is comprised of all components of the spectrum. Studied gravity, which aided in the creation of laws of motion. This was the period that birthed the popular legend of the falling apple while sitting beneath a tree and thump on the head, which led to the deduction of gravity. We don't know if it's true, but it helps to explain the science behind gravity. The force that pulls the apple down must be the same one that pulls the moon to the earth. Furthermore, the moon must also apply that same attracting force toward the earth, but on a lesser scale. This led to the law of universal gravitation, which holds that those forces are proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Years later he published his theories and share how this could be expressed in a mathematical formula, as relevant now as it was then. Meanwhile, the deadly plague abated by spring 1667, paving the way for Newton to return to Cambridge and demonstrate that the unexpected changes to his lifestyle during those dark days of England would, in turn, change the rest of the world forever. This period is now known as Annus Mirabilis, the Year of Wonders. As the world fights COVID-19, let's contribute by staying home and following region-wise safety instructions. Stay home, stay safe, stay motivated. Thank you for watching this video. If you like the video, like, share and subscribe. I will see you in the next one. Till then, stay curious, keep learning.